Hello everyone, a very good evening and welcome to this live session by TalentSprint. This is Gayatri here. If you join the session, please do ping me on the chat so that I know that you have joined the session. Today is a session for quantitative ability, and this is a problem solving session where we will be solving few questions from the quantitative ability section, which will help you with your preparation for the upcoming bank and SSC examinations. So we'll wait for a few minutes for students to join, and then we will start solving the questions. I hope all of you attended our session at 5 o'clock on the strategies that you will have to follow for the upcoming IBPS PO examination. So if you have not attended the session, please do refer to the archives. It will be available in the archives. So Sugeta, Abhishek, Vidya, good evening all of you. Welcome to the session. Nice to see you all. So like I was saying, if you have missed the So what will be the answer for this question? How do you approach this question? What is given here? There are 2 bumblebees, 3 butterflies and 4 honeybees. Okay, so I'm just writing down whatever information is given here. So I have 2 bumblebees and 3 butterflies. 3 butterflies and 4 honeybees, and they can transfer all of the pollen within a flower in 9 hours. A butterfly does double the work a bumblebee does, and a honeybee does half the work a bumblebee does. So if I say that the honeybee is doing X units, okay, I'm just assuming, okay, I'm saying the honeybee is doing X units of work in 1 hour. If honeybee is doing X units of work in 1 hour, then see, it is given here, honeybee does half the work a bumblebee does. So how much work will the bumblebee do? The bumblebee will do 2x units of work. Honeybee is doing X units, means bumblebee will do double. Then only the bumblebee is doing 2x units, honeybee does half of that, that is X units. Similarly, they have told here that a butterfly does double the work a bumblebee does. So butterfly does double the work, or butterfly does 4x units of work in 1 hour. So one bumblebee does 2x units in 1 hour, one butterfly does 4x units in 1 hour, and one honeybee does X units in 1 hour. So how many bumblebees do I have? I have 2 bumblebees. So the total units of work that is done by 2 bumblebees is nothing but 4x. Similarly, the total units of work done by 3 butterflies is 12x, and the total units of work done by 4 honeybees is 4x. Or I can say totally in 1 hour, how many units of work is done by 2 bumblebees, 3 butterflies and 4 honeybees? They will do 4x plus 12x plus 4x, or 20x units of work is completed in 1 hour. Like this, how many hours are they working for to transfer all of the pollen? They are working totally for 9 hours, or totally in 9 hours, 9 into 20x, that is 180x units of work is completed. Or I can say that the total work that has to be completed in 9 hours is 180x units. What is the question now? How many butterflies alone can transfer all of the pollen in 4.5 hours? I know one butterfly in 1 hour can do 4x units. Let's say I have Y butterflies, correct? What is the total units of work to be done? 180x units of work has to be done. One butterfly in 1 hour will do 4x units. Like that, there are Y butterflies. So in how many hours will the work be done? right? It is given here, right? It is said that this is 4.5. Totally when this happens, right? See, total units of work to be completed is 180x, and this is the work completed in 1 hour by Y butterflies, or totally they are completing the work in 4.5 hours. Or what is the value of Y? That's what we have to find out. How many butterflies are there? Y is equal to 10. This will get cancelled. Correct, 180 by 4 is 45. So you will have 45 divided by 4.5 is equal to Y, or Y is equal to 10. So Y is what we are looking for. How many butterflies alone can transfer all the pollen in 4.5 hours? So 10 butterflies alone can transfer all the pollen in 4.5 hours. Answer will be option D, 10. So Abhishek has got back to me saying we can find the ratio and also do. Yes, definitely Abhishek, you can use the unitary method also to solve the question. But when it comes to questions on time and work, I would always suggest choose the method depending upon the question. For this question, I feel if you do it with this method, right, that is the efficiency method, I find it to be far more easier. Again, if you are very comfortable with the ratio method, please use that. Okay. So I choose the method for time and work depending upon the questions. For some questions, I find unitary method to be very easy. For some questions, this capacity of work completed, right? Units of work completed, this method is easier. So it's entirely up to you. So here the answer is option D, 10. Did all of you get the answer? Same answer? Abhishek, did you get the same answer using the unitary method, the ratio method? Yes. Let's move on to the next question. So next is a set on data interpretation. Here we have a table that is given to us, and it says study the table and answer the given questions. Data is given about the number of employees working in 236 different branches of ABC Bank located in 6 different regions. Based on that, questions are asked. So there is region given, number of branches of the bank, total number of employees, ratio of male and female employees, percentage of permanent employees. And there is a question that follows. Which of the given region has the highest number of average employees per branch? So try out this and let me know once you're done. Okay, so Abhishek got the answer for the previous question. Vidya also got. Good. So try this question now. Yes, so Vidya and Abhishek have given me the answer. Both of them say the correct answer is option A. So let me solve it. Which of the given region has the highest number of average employees per branch? So how do you find the average employees per branch? See, you have a column which says total number of employees, and there is a column which says number of branches of bank. So average employees per branch is nothing but the total number of employees divided by the number of branches, correct? Now here what will you do? It will be, and you have to find out which of the region has the highest average, okay? So here you have to do 2450 by 35, okay? Here 3400 by 40, 2600 by 40, 4050 by 30, right? For each one. ideally you will have to solve, you have to find out what is 2450 by 35, you have to find out what is 3400 by 40 and so on. But here when you just look at the values, okay, see whenever you are dividing two numbers, if your numerator is very high and your denominator is less, correct, the answer that you get will be a bigger answer. Like for example, when I am doing 8 by 4, correct, answer is 2. When I do 8 by 2, answer is 4. Basically here when the denominator is a lesser value, the answer that I get is a bigger answer, correct. So this is what I was trying to explain. So here if you see, if you look at Delhi, correct, see if you look at all the total number of employees in all of the branches or states, right, region, maximum is in Delhi, 4050 employees are there and it has the least number of branches. So 4050 divided by 30, this answer will definitely be greater than all of these, correct. Just by looking at the values that is given here, we can find this, right. See 3500 by 50, this will be 70, that you know. Again 3280 by 41, so this will also be in the terms of 70s or 80s, correct. Similarly here 2600 by 40, again some answer in the terms of 60s, right. You know 24 by 4 is 6, so something 60 something will be the answer. 3400 by 40, answer will be 80 something. 2450 by 35, answer will be around 70. I'm not solving it here, I'm just looking at the values and finding out an estimate. When I do 4050 by 30, see 30 into 100 is 3000, correct. The answer is going to be greater than 100 for sure. And here none of the other values you will get it greater than 100. So definitely just by looking at the values given here, you can say that Delhi will definitely have the highest average number of employees per branch, okay. If you are actually doing, this is nothing but very easy, right, 405 divided by 3, that is nothing but 135, correct. Definitely greater than 100, there will be no other average which will be greater than 100, this has to be your answer, okay. What I am trying to say is, you needn't solve each and everything like this, right, and then find out the answer and then compare. Here the values are in such a way that just by looking at the values you can arrive at the answer. So the answer here will be option A, Delhi. Next, what is the difference between average number of permanent employees in the region UP, MP and Mumbai together and average number of permanent employees in the region West Bengal, Delhi and Chennai together? So for this question you have to calculate, how do you go about solving this question? What is the difference between the average number of permanent employees in UP, MP, Mumbai? UP, MP, Mumbai. So what is the, how many permanent employees are there in UP? How many permanent employees are there in MP, in Mumbai? Find that out, find their average. Similarly, find the average of permanent employees in these three places. Get the answer and subtract both the answers. That's what they are asking. This question is a bit calculative. Ideally in the examination, keep such questions towards the end. Even if the logic is easy, there are a lot of calculations involved. And the percentages are also not very easily calculatable percentages, right? So you have to find out 86% of 2450. 78% of 3400. Yes, some amount of calculation is definitely involved. Hi Bia and hi Sai Manikanta, good evening, welcome to the session. So we are solving a set on data interpretation. Try this question. So like I said, in the examination, this question, let's say it appears first in the exam, keep it towards the end. Don't waste your time in doing so many calculations. So here you have to find out 2450 into 86 by 100, then MP will be 3400 into 78 by 100. Here you have to find 3500 into 82 by 100, correct? The answers that you get, add all that together. See, even if you are splitting the percentage, you are finding 80% of 3400 and subtracting 2% from that. Whichever method you use, some amount of calculation is definitely involved. So this will be 2107, this will be 2652, and this will be 2870. Yes, so when you add all these, you will get 7629. Okay, so you have 7629 and you have to find the average of this. Average means divided by 3, correct? Similarly, which are the other three regions that we have to take? WB, West Bengal, Delhi and Chennai. So West Bengal, Delhi and Chennai. Same way you have to find out, correct? 4050 into 80 by 100, and here Delhi is 4050 into 80 by 100. West Bengal is 2600 into 72 by 100. Similarly, Chennai will be 3280 into 75 by 100. 75 by 100 we can write it as 3 by 4. Find out what each of these value is. Add all that. The answer that you get divided by 3. Bia, if there is no clarity for the video, that has to be an issue with your internet connection. Please check your internet connection. So Vidya has given me the answer for this. I think the final answer that you get here, I'll just give you the answers. You can check out whether it is correct. This you should get it as 7572, and so this will be 7572 divided by 3. Right, and the difference between required difference will be 19. The answer that you are looking for is 19, option C. Okay. So I am just writing down the values that you should be getting. Again, 80 by 100 you can write it as 4 by 5 and solve. That will be easier for you to calculate. Like I said, in the examination, solving this question in the beginning is not a very great idea. Keep it towards the end. If you have time, then work on these calculations. Correct. 19 is your answer. Yes, Vidya, you are right. Let's move on to the next question. What is the respective ratio between total number of male employees in region MP and Delhi together and total number of female employees in region Mumbai and Chennai together? So what is the ratio of the total number of male employees in region MP? So male employees means you have 3,400 employees in MP, out of which ratio of male is to female is 7:3, or 3,400 into 7 by 10. Correct? These employees are male employees in MP. Similarly, how many male employees are there in Delhi? Delhi will be 4050 into 1 by 3. Correct? See, 2 is to 1, sorry, 2 by 3. 2 is to 1. Correct? So, if there are 2 male, there is 1 female. So, totally if there are 3 people, how many male members are there? 2 out of 3. So, find out these answers. These are pretty easy to calculate, right? This is 2380 and here you will have 2700. Now, to this add these two. What is it that you get? You get 5080 and to this you have to find the total number of female employees in region Mumbai and Chennai together. So, female employees in Mumbai, how many female employees are there in Mumbai? 3500 into 9 is to 5, correct? So, 5 by 14. These many female employees are there in Mumbai. How many female employees are there in Chennai? 3280 into 3 by 8. Find out this answers and add these two and then just get the ratio. Anyone got the answer for this? The ratio that you are looking for is 508 is to 248, which is nothing but 62, 127. Yes, option D. 127 is to 62. Yes, Vidya has given me the correct answer. Sugeta has also got the correct answer. Good. So, this question is not as calculative as the previous one. Previous one definitely had a lot of calculations to be done. This is an easier one compared to that. In which of the given region percentage of female employees out of the total employees, both male and female, in that region is second highest? Sai Manikanda, is it 518 or 508? Just check once, it should be 508. So, what will be the answer here for this? This is also a fairly easy one. See, in which of the given region percentage of female employees out of total employees, both male and female in that region is second highest. So, here if I say there are, here it is given a ratio of male to female employees. Using that you can find out the answer. Here I know ratio of male to female is 4:3. So, totally if there are 7 employees, 3 employees are female. Similarly, here if there are 10 employees totally, 3 employees are female. If there are 5 employees, 2 employees are female. If there are 3 employees, 1 employee is female. Here if there are 14 employees, 5 of them are female. If there are 8 employees, 3 are male. Correct. So, this is the percentage. Correct. This is the percentage 5 by 40. This is the percentage that they are talking about. Okay, 3 by 7 into 100, 3 by 10 into 100. Basically, this is 30%. Correct. Similarly, this is 3 by 7. What is 3 by 7? It will approximately be 40, somewhere 42. I'm just giving approximate values, approximately 42. This should be 30. That's clear. 4 by 5 is 40, that we know. Again, 1 by 3 is 33.33, very easy to find out. 5 by 14, how much will that be? 5 by 14 again will be somewhere in the 30s, correct? let's take it as 35 roughly, okay. Then 3 by 8, 30 by 8, correct, that is again it will be greater than 35, somewhere close to 37, 36, yes, let's just take it as 37. Now what is the question? In which of the given region percentage of female employees out of the total employees in that region is second highest? So which is the highest? Highest will be UP, and yeah, highest will be UP, correct, because it is 42 some value, 42 point something, correct, greater than 40 basically, and second highest will be this 40, because everything else is less than 40. So this is definitely the second highest. So your answer has to be West Bengal. Second highest has to be West Bengal. Got it? Next one. So Sai, Manikanta, Vidya and Abhishek have got the correct answer. Good. Moving on to the next question. If the number of male permanent employees in region Mumbai is 2070, what percentage of female employees in that particular region is permanent? If the number of male permanent employees in region Mumbai is 2070, where is Mumbai? This is Mumbai. Totally there are 3,500 employees, out of which male permanent employees is 2070. So basically how many permanent employees are there? 3,500 into 82 by 100, correct? These many permanent employees are there, out of which 2070 are male members. Or what is this 82% of 3,500? It is nothing but 2,000. See, what is 80% of 3,500? See, 80% is nothing but 4 by 5. Correct? Either multiply like this directly and get the answer. Otherwise, you can convert these into fractions and split it and solve. So 82% is nothing but 80% plus 2%. Now 80% is what? 80% is nothing but 4 by 5 in terms of fractions. So what is 4 by 5 of 3,500? 4 by 5 of 3,500 is nothing but 2,800. So 82% will be 2,800 plus that extra 2%. 2% is what? 2% is 70. So it is 2,870. That is 82% of 3,500. And totally there are 2,870 employees who are permanent, out of which 2,070 are male. So how many female employees are permanent? Female employees who are permanent is nothing but this 2,870 minus 2,070, correct? So that is nothing but 800. There are 800 female employees who are permanent. Now what is the question? What percentage of female employees in that particular region are permanent? So totally there are 3,500 people, employees, and how many females are there? 5 out of 14, correct? 5 by 14 of this is females, or this is nothing but how much? 1250. There are totally 1250 female employees, out of which 800 of them are permanent. So what is the ratio that we are looking for? 800 divided by 1250 into 100. What percentage of female employees are permanent? So this is the percentage that we are looking for. What will be your answer? Your answer will be 64%. Correct answer is option D. Yes. Kaustav, request you to write to the support team. I really don't know how it is to be done. So please do write to the support team, and also one more person had a query, similar query. Please do get in touch with the support team. Next one. A cylindrical jar, okay, we are moving on from that data interpretation set. So if you see in that data interpretation set, there were few questions which we could solve easily with lesser calculations, and there were few questions which were very calculative. So in the examination, keep the calculative questions towards the end. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. The next question is on mensuration. You have a cylindrical jar of height 36 centimeter and radius 21 centimeter, which is filled with coal dust. The jar is emptied on the ground and a conical heap of coal dust is thus formed. The height of the heap being 12 centimeter. The radius of the heap at the base is dash. Coming. So I will definitely put in a word to the team on your requests, and let me see, I'll try and get back to you. Okay. How will you solve this? This is an easy question. How would you find the answer for this? Yes, so Vidya has given me the answer as option A, 63. Let's solve it. There is a cylinder, okay, I am just drawing a cylinder here. We have a cylindrical jar of height 36 centimeter and radius 21 centimeter, and this is filled with coal dust. The jar is emptied on the ground and a conical heap of coal dust is formed. Okay, so there is a heap of coal dust which is formed in the form of a cone, and the height of this heap is 12 centimeter. Sorry, height is 12 centimeter, not the radius, correct? Height is 12 centimeter. The radius of the heap at the base is dash. You have to find out what is this radius. How will you solve this question? See, you have a cylinder, cylinder, and it has dust, coal dust in it. When you are emptying it, the coal dust is kept in the form of a cone, and the height of this cone is given. You have to find out the radius. What we have to remember here is that the volume of the coal dust is the same, correct? Even if it is in the form of a cylinder or it is in the form of a cone, the volume is the same. So equate the volume of the cylinder and the volume of the cone, and you will be able to find out the radius of the cone. What is the volume of a cylinder? Pi r squared h. What is the volume of a cone? 1 by 3 pi r squared h. So here volume of the cylinder is nothing but pi into 21 squared into 36. This is equal to 1 by 3 pi into, here again what is r? We have to find that out. R squared into height. Height is 12. So this will be pi and pi will get cancelled. So you will have 21 squared into 3 squared is equal to r squared, or I can say r is equal to 21 into 3, which is equal to 63. Correct answer is option A. Don't waste your time multiplying all this. See, square terms, cancel all the squares, you will get r. That's all. R is 21 into 3 or 63 centimeters. Option A is your answer. Vidya has given me the correct answer. I hope others have also got the answer correctly. Moving on to the next question. During a military parade, soldiers are asked to stand in a square formation such that the number of soldiers in each row and column is same. The probability that a randomly selected soldier is on the edge of formation is 15 by 64. How many soldiers are standing there in a row? So how will you approach this question? It's actually a very easy question if you understand how to frame the equation. If you get that, then it's very, very easy to solve. If any of you get the answer, please do let me know. Sai Manikanda has given me the answer as 8. Let's try it out. See, what is given here in the question? There is a military parade and soldiers are asked to stand in a square formation such that the number of soldiers in each row and column is same. So basically, if there are n people in each row, that means there are n people in each column. So totally, how many people are there? N cross n, correct? N squared people are standing. I hope that's clear, correct? So let's say, see, there are 2 people in one row, 2 people in one column, means totally how many people are there? 2 into 2, 4. Same concept, correct? If there are n people in one row, n people in one column, totally how many people will be there? N square people will be there. Now, it is said that the probability that a randomly selected soldier is on the edge of the formation is 15 by 64. So, if I am selecting a person out of this n squared people, the probability that I get a person who is standing in any of these four sides, right? Probability that I get a person who is standing in any of these four edges is 15 by 64. First of all, totally how many people are there in this edges? See, here there are, so this is your square, here you have n people, here also you have n people, correct? So, n plus n, 2n people in this edge and this edge put together. Now, in this edge also there are n people, but when I am trying to find out the total number of people in all the four edges together, I have to keep in mind that the person in this corner, the person in this corner and the person in this corner I have already considered, correct? I have already considered in this n and n. So, the remaining people in this edge is nothing but n minus 2. See, I am just removing these two guys because I have already added them with this n and this n. Similarly, how many people are there on this side? N minus 2 people are there on this side because I have already added the person here and the person here. That is how I get n, correct? So, totally how many people are there in the edges? N plus n minus 2 plus n minus 2, or I can say 4n minus 4 people are there in the edges, all the four edges put together. Now, what are they saying? They are saying that out of this n squared people, when I select this any one of this 4n minus 4 people, the probability is nothing but 15 by 64. You have to find out what is the value of n. That's all. Okay. So, 4n minus 4 by n squared is equal to 15 by 64. Solve for this and find out the value of n. Either you solve it completely, here form a quadratic equation and then get the answer. Otherwise, just check with the options and see if you are able to arrive at the answer. I think the options would be an easier one. Otherwise, you can find the quadratic equation and solve for n also. So, when you solve, actually you will get the value of n as 16. That means that there are 16 soldiers in each row. You can cross check that. So, I hope the concept is clear to all of you how I have approached the problem. See, there are n rows and n columns, and totally there are n squared people who are standing, correct? N rows are there, similarly n columns are there. There are totally n squared people who are standing in the parade, and if you look at the corners alone, how many people are there? N people in this row, n people in this row, remaining n minus 2 here and remaining n minus 2 here. So, totally 4n minus 4 people are there in the edges, okay, and the probability of choosing one of them is nothing but 15 by 64. Solve for n at this point. See, here if you put 16, right, what will you get? You will get 60 divided by 256, correct? That is what you will get, or when you divide by 4, this will be 15 by 64. Yes, so you can cross check that 16 will anyways be the correct answer. Is it clear, guys? Sai Manikandan, Vidya. Yes. So, let us move on to the next question. Next question. How will you approach this question? What is given? Efficiency of Nitish is 80% more than Paras, and Paras takes 45 days to complete a piece of work. Nitin started work alone and then Paras joined him 9 days before the actual completion of the work. For how many days Nitin worked alone? Oh, it is Nitish. Sorry, I think I read the question as Nitin. Nitish, for how many days did Nitish work alone? Vidya says the answer is 20. Vidya, is the answer 20? Are you sure? Just check if you have made any mistake anywhere. Everybody is getting 20 as the answer? Any other answers? Or only Vidya is able to solve? Okay, anyway, I will start solving it. Efficiency of Nitish is 80% more than Paras, and Paras takes 45 days to complete a piece of work. So, I'm just going to assume that, see, if I say Paras is doing X units of work in a day, then how many units of work will Nitish do in a day? 9 by 5 X. See, it is given Nitish is 80% more efficient than Paras, or 80% more means 180 by 100 X. So many units of work Nitish will do in one day. When Paras does X units, Nitish will do so many units, or this is nothing but 9 by 5. Correct? So when Paras does X units of work, Nitish will do 9 by 5 X units of work. Now, it is given to us that Paras is able to complete the work in 45 days. See, what we have to keep in mind is that efficiency and the number of days is inversely proportional. In the sense, if the efficiency of a person is very high, the number of days for him to complete a work will be less. Or if the efficiency of a person is low, the number of days that he will take to complete the work will be high. So what can I say? If Paras takes 45 days to complete the works, Nitish will take only 45 into 5 by 9 days. Correct? See, Nitish every time does 9 by 5 times the work Paras does. Correct? So, he will take 5 by 9 times the number of days that Paras will take to complete the work. Or I can say Nitish will take only 25 days to complete the work. The work which Paras is completing in 45 days, Nitish will complete it in 25 days. Now, next what is given? Nitish started a work alone and then Paras joined him 9 days before the actual completion of the work. So, the work has been totally completed in T days. Out of this T days, what has happened? This Nitish has worked for all the T days. Paras has worked for the last 9 days. Okay, and the total work is completed. And what are we supposed to find out? We are supposed to find out for how many days Nitish worked alone. So, I can say Nitish in one day, see at this point you can either choose to use the unitary method or the efficiency method, whichever method you are using. So, if I say, see I know Paras can finish the work in 45 days. So, in one day he will do 1 by 45th of the work. Here in one day he will do 1 by 25th of the work. So, Nitish is totally working for T days. In T days he will do T by 25th of the work. Paras is working only for 9 days. So, in the 9 days he will do 9 by 45th of the work. This is equal to 1, or I can say T by 25 is equal to, this is 1 by 5, correct? 1 minus 1 by 5, that is 4 by 5, or T is equal to how much? 25 into 4 by 5 or 20. So what is this T actually? T actually gives us the number of days that Nitish has worked totally. Okay, remember Nitish worked for some days alone, and for the last 9 days Paras was also there with Nitish. Now what is your question? The question is, for how many days did Nitish work alone? The number of days Nitish worked alone is nothing but T minus 9, because in this T days, for 9 days Paras was with him. So T minus 9, which is nothing but 20 minus 9, or 11 days. So how many days was Nitish alone? Nitish was alone for 11 days. That is option C. So Vidya, I hope it is clear. You have given the answer as 20. 20 is the total number of days in which the work is completed. We are looking for the number of days Nitish worked alone, and that will be 11. Yes. Got it? Okay. So Vidya says I made a small error in the calculation. No worries. I hope it's clear now. Let's move on to the next question. So the next is again a missing data interpretation set. It says the table below shows the sum invested by different person at a rate, and sum invested by different person, rate at which it has been invested, the amount they have received when the interest is reckoned yearly, the time period for which they invested. Study the table carefully and answer the questions given below. Again a calculative data interpretation set. So try this question. What is given? G invests as much as amount of money D has at compound interest. If D invests at the rate of 8% per annum, find the amount earned by G after 6 months. So what is given here? G invests as much amount of money D has. So basically the investment of G and D is the same, and D has invested something in compound interest. Okay, so D has invested some principal P at compound interest for 2 years. Okay, so 1 plus R by 100 whole to the power of 2, correct? That's what D has invested, and this amount that D has is nothing but 8560, correct? See, D has invested some amount P, okay, at R percentage interest for 2 years, and the amount that he gets is 8560. Here it is given D is investing at the rate of 8% per annum, so 8 by 100. Now what are they saying? This P, right, the amount that D has invested is same as the amount that G has invested. Okay, and they are asking find the amount earned by G after 6 months. So first you have to find out what is the value of P here, and then find out what is the amount that G will get after 6 months. Okay, and very clearly it is given, it is compound interest here, correct? G invests as much amount as D has at compound interest. Okay, so and D has invested so much. So what is P here? So this is nothing but 1.08 the whole squared, which is equal to 8560, or what is the value of P? P is nothing but 8560 divided by 1.08 the whole squared. Now this will be the amount that will be invested by G, and what has G done? G has invested at a rate of 10% per annum. Now I have to find out how much is G getting after 6 months, right? That's what I have to find out. So what will be the answer here? How will you solve it? So this P whatever you get, that into 1 plus 10 by 100. Here if you look at the years, it is only 6 months or half an year or 0.5, correct? That's what you have to find out. This value you have to get. So this is nothing but 8560 by 1.08 squared. So solve this and give me the So here actually if you see, look at the options, right, you will be able to eliminate a few options. See what will be P? See, I have to do 1.08 the whole squared, correct? So roughly you can say this is, see, you know 110 into 110, right? 11 into 11 is 121. So 1.1 into 1.1 is 1.21. So here when I have 1.08 into 1.08, the answer is going to be less than 1.21. Correct? Somewhere like 1.16 or 1.17, and I am doing 8560 divided by that value, and roughly the answer that I get will be close to 7000, and here 7000 into this is what I am going to find out. So my answer will never be this, right? See, it cannot be anything less than that, right? Basically it's a compound interest, correct? See, I am depositing close to 7000 rupees approximately, I'm just saying, okay, a value. I know the answer is somewhere close to 7000, I don't know the exact value. So this 7000, in this I am getting some compound interest, so my answer will definitely be greater than that. So definitely these three options are gone. It has to be either this option or this option, correct? So you can directly eliminate three options here also. So anyone solved, got the answer? So I think this will be 8560 divided by 1.16 to be more accurate, and you will get this as 7338 approximately. So here you will have 7338 into 1 plus 10 by 100, that is 1.1 whole to the power of 0.5, and the answer will be close to this 7697, that is option D. 7697 will be your answer. So Vinaya has given me the answer as option D. Good. So see, if for our luck this option was also less than 7000, then automatically you know all the options are gone. This has to be your correct option. Yes. The correct answer here is option D, 7697. Next one. Again the same set. If A invests its principal amount at compound interest at the same rate but half yearly for 1.5 years, then its amount will be dash. So A is investing the same 20,000 rupees at compound interest at the same rate. Now first of all, I don't know the rate at which A has invested earlier, okay, but now it is investing for half yearly at 1.5 years, then what is the amount that A gets? So how will you solve it? See, sum is 20,000, okay, 20,000 into 1 plus R by 100 whole squared, that is equal to 21632, correct? That was what A had 20,000 A had invested, and this was the amount that A got. So from here we can find out what is the value of R. So I have 21632 divided by 20,000, that is equal to 1 plus R by 100 the whole square. So what will be R here? See, if you do what is just do 21.6 divided by 20. Take a smaller number and try to find out what the answer would be, right? It will be easier to do it that way. So, or if I do 21 by 20, what will I get? I will get 1.0 some value, right? 21.6 divided by 20, if we do, what will we get? .08 approximately, correct? So I am just difficult for me to divide, right? 21632 divided by 20,000. Are we going to find the time to do it in the examination? No. So roughly just do 21.6 divided by 20. Approximately what you get is 1.08, correct? So you have 1 plus R by 100. The whole squared is 1.08, or you can say 1 plus R by 100 will be root of this. Correct? So approximately you can say R is equal to 4%. So if R is 4%, then what are they saying? A is investing the same principal, the same 20,000 A is investing at the same 4%, but half yearly. Correct? So half yearly means what will happen to this is 4% per annum. So per annum here it will be half yearly they are talking about. So 4 by 200. Correct? Half yearly means this is per annum divided by 2. That will be the interest rate for the half year. And it is investing for 1.5 years. So 1.5 years means how many cycles? First half year, second half year and third half year, or for here it will be 3. Correct? So just solve for this and that will be your answer. 20,000 into 1 plus 4 by 200 the whole cube. So I think roughly you will get the answer as around 21,200. So here the option is 21224.16. Okay, see, you very clearly know these two cannot be the answer. The answer cannot be so, like the interest that you get, no, it can't be so much that these two will be the answer. Definitely it has to be this or this. It will be option D. Yes, so Vinaya has also given me the answer. It is 21200. Yeah, option D is the closest option that we have. So such data interpretation set, like I said, solve it depending upon the availability of time, because definitely there are some calculations involved. So keep it towards the end of the paper, or like if the question is coming towards the beginning in the paper, don't waste your time attempting such questions and not able to get the answer. Keep it towards the end. If you have time, do it, right? Do the easier ones first. Like see, we did some word problems today in the session which were very easy. You should definitely try such questions if they come in the examination first. Okay, like you should not come back and say that I couldn't go through the full paper. Towards the end of the paper there was a very easy question, I got stuck in this data interpretation set and I missed so many questions. That should not be the case. Okay, so with this we are coming to an end of the questions chosen for the session. Any doubts in any of the questions that we solved? Vidya, Vinaya, Sai Manikanta, any doubts? So I think everything is clear. That's it. Then we'll wind up the session and I will see you all in the next session. And this is Gayatri signing off. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Good night.